Let's speak, though, now to Charles-Henri, president of Generation Frexit. Bonjour, Charles.
Hello, Mike.
How are you? Nice to see you. We haven't spoken for a while. Lots and lots of things to talk about. A lot of us asking a question here. Why does President Macron need a 3-day state visit? You know, he's still here. When's he leaving?
I think that because French people cannot stand it anymore. So as you can see now, he's doing a world tour and he's traveling all around the world. And he's doing only international politics. I have seen a poll this morning, a YouGov poll. He has a 70% approval rate among French people. So it shows that he won't go doing a Tour de France, but he would rather prefer to go to the UK or elsewhere. And, you know, now Macron, he has no, let's say, power at all regarding domestic policy. He has no majority. He's not able to pass each law. So he will do a world tour, and he will go saying what we need to do in Ukraine, what you need to do in Iran. He will do some comments, but at the end, he's more commenting what Donald Trump is deciding that doing real politics. And I think it will be quite the same for this UK tour, because he says, I want to take decision, I want to collaborate with you regarding immigration, but at the end, he has not the power to pass a law. So I think it's a waste of time for the UK. And I have seen actually that he didn't want to see Nigel Farage. I think it's quite a lack of vision, because all the polls show that Nigel could be the next prime minister in the UK. And actually, maybe it's better for Nigel, because it would have been a waste of time, because by 2029, thanks God, Macron won't be there anymore.
No, exactly right. No, I mean, he still clings on to the whole kind of idea of just hanging around with people who didn't want to leave the European Union. Keir Starmer, of course, was the one who wanted to have a second referendum when he was leader of the opposition. And he, like Macron, is hated now by his own people. So the only thing he can do is entertain foreign dignitaries and go and try and get things like the coalition of the willing going on. But apparently last night in the Guildhall speech that he made, President Macron urged Britain to rejoin the European Union, and everybody cheered, you know, because that's the blob. Those are the people who didn't want us to ever leave.
I mean, Macron does not like democracy. Even if you remember, he had, I think it was an interview in the BBC, and he said if French people would have the same referendum as British people, it would be very likely that French people would vote also to leave. But he doesn't want to do this referendum. So it shows what he thinks about democracy. And that's why maybe he wants a referendum to rejoin, even if the Brexit referendum is not that far away in time. And even if Reform UK is winning all the elections, that shows that there is no regret, that they like to say, and the media like to say. I mean, the only real polls are elections, and if you look at elections, I don't think that British people want to rejoin. The reality is that some British people are quite disappointing the way Brexit has been done, but it's more a question of national policy and what you do after Brexit than Brexit itself. You can have bad politicians and bad politics when you're independent. It's two different things. But then if you're independent and if you have good politicians and good politics, you can really do the thing you want. And you can see it about immigration. I mean, the UK has all the lever to deal with immigration. There is this European Court of Human Rights, which is an issue as well. But otherwise, they have the power to change immigration. And I think, for example, if Nigel is elected, you will see the level of migration decreasing a lot and close to net zero. So it's more a question of the policy you want to do. And it's true that the Conservatives have been very disappointing, and Keir Starmer is quite a disaster. So that's why I think British people want one change, and you could see all the benefits of being an independent country when you have other leadership in the country.
Absolutely right. Good to talk to you. Charles-Henri, thank you very much indeed, President of Generation Frexit.